nice screen to get the open look.
Martin too strong. Kelly rises up for the rebound.
You don't get good looks against Auburn on their baseline defense.
Pettiford gets into it quickly here and gets it back from Cardwell. We're down to 5:24 to go in this first half.
Stagger, and then a ball screen.
Pettiford, herky-jerky moves, lays it in.
I said next to the right answer.
15-8, Auburn in front. That's 3 Michigan State turnovers, 0 for the Tigers. Broom is back in. Pettiford can heat up in a hurry. Akins now. Tried to move it to the offhand, couldn't finish.
Good contest, Cardwell again.
Baker Mazzara goes between the legs for Pettiford. Screen Broom. Pettiford turns the corner. Pettiford rising up for the Baker. The country in bench scoring. They're 34.1 points per game. They have 7 from their reserve so far tonight. Pettiford accelerates and puts it in.
I think you got to do a lot of high screen roll here with Pettiford. He is so good and so dynamic, particularly with Broom out of the game.
Just something to keep an eye on. They were looking at the right arm of Janai Broom, who is now on the Auburn sideline.
Nice pass again.
Cardwell kicking around the perimeter. Ball is pumping. Jumper goes down. It was. Wolf couldn't grab it. Johnson does. Pettiford, hard drive, finishes with the offhand.
And how about Johnson just take?
Nice get into it early. Burnett can't hit the 3. Uncontested rebound for Cardwell. Pettiford head on a swivel.
Oh, what a hesitation.
That's flashy.
Maybe high screen and roll action where he's capable of getting going, but
I like Broom on the box. Get him back screen to get it.
Pettiford. Yes, sir.
You got it.
Second half.
There's a little screen and he pops. Broom real easy.
Missed it. Cardwell taps it. Broom. Layup doesn't go. Cardwell another offensive board. Pettiford on the reload. He's special.
How about the kick out to set it up? Oh, boy, does he get for Auburn.
you got to do pick and roll with Golden's man.
Auburn looking for its 3rd ever Elite 8.
There's that screen off the flex.
It was a post-up opportunity for Jones. He got away from the bigs.
This guy can get to his spot.
Pettiford.
They show.
Switched.
Pettiford drives in. The blow-by. So Auburn retains 18 to shoot.
There's that back screen.
Let's go.
Oh, nice duck in.
Into the hands of Pettiford. Now it's Jones splitting defenders. Pettiford has to go back and get it. Pettiford. Step back. Bullseye.
How about States? On occasion, 11 of them this year.
Pettiford and Jones have combined to score Auburn's last 13 points. Pettiford defended by Reuben Jones, and now a switch with Golden. Switch back. 10 to shoot.
Got a good handle, too.
Pettiford pirouettes. Oh, he's on a heater! Plus.
Minnesota Mr. Basketball a year ago. Knocked in 3 threes, scored 11 points against Louisville. Tahaad Pettiford, talented freshman point guard. His first minutes on the floor as well. Not afraid either. And he rains in a 3. Second round, he's got 9 points on 3 made threes.
And the better he progressed on the defensive end, the more minutes he began to receive.
Pettiford comes back, hits a mid-range. Ton of offensive boards. He's drawn 3 fouls. He's going to pull a 3. And he missed it badly. Pettiford there. Rolled as a father for Stephen Ashworth.
I have to talk to Steven. This past Tommy Boy's back time, man.
He's all in for it. Pettiford sidestep. And Pettiford hits. Tell you, Baker Mazzara looks like he's trying to at least try to ramp up to come back in. We'll keep an eye on him.
If I was playing like him, too, I was trying to everything I could do to get back in this game without jeopardizing my team.
Pettiford got it. Nice little run.
To engage in hand combat, you're not going to win that battle.
Greg McDermott made a change, but he kept Green on the floor. He brings in Isaac Trout. Yeah, and it's McAndrew that sits.
Yeah, but he put Kalkbrenner on Broom.
Up and over. over Kalkbrenner. Neal guarded by Pettiford. Neal lost the handle. Gets it back. Kalkbrenner for three. Air ball. McAndrew can't save it. Here comes Auburn. Clock ticks. We approach the 3-minute mark. Allie made a good point. Auburn with just one timeout left. The floater is true by...
Like the coach right there has been through and seen a lot.
Tony Madlock said, hey, just have fun, let it fly.
That's right.
I mean, that's exactly what he asked. Kelly's got 12. He scored the last 9. And Broom, a deflection from Okon. Auburn gets it back. Pettiford slashes and lays it in. He's explosive. He shot free throws this year. And he misses.
That's 3 kind of giving up points at the end here by Alabama State.
Pettiford gets the bounce. So Auburn with a burst 10-point Auburn lead. That's where we were at the half. And this time it's Hines, and maybe partially blocked by Cardwell. Certainly redirected that shot. Cardwell's big body inside. Three-pointer foul off the bank.
Up 31-13 at the half. BAJJ and Allie Will Wade going against his alma mater.
Very nice. Thank you, Jamie. And back here in Lexington, half take us to the finish line. Plenty of games ongoing right now in the 3 other regions is Pettiford.
Where is he on the steals front? He's not getting the job done. Oh, Murray was not looking for the pass as he cut through the paint. And Padula threw it off his shoulder, and it's a bucket of the other. Now another mismatch. Murray trying to drive on Johnson. Shot clock under 1. And it's over to Auburn. Another empty possession for the Rebels. And a really good defensive possession for Auburn. Pettiford for 3. The lead is 9. And
shooter Holloway, who's really developed this year with that trigger of his. When Cardwell into the game, he's looking for Pettiford. Finds him in a 3-ball. Good shot.
Gift. That's a special gift he has.
15 quad 1 wins. I don't think there's any discussion he should be the national coach of the year for what he did in this league.
Pettiford set his feet. Not
Over him for not taking the layup, but you know what? You don't have to go to Harvard to figure out 3's better than 2.
It is.
And you wanted to take him out, and I'm saying, Coach, leave him in. Leave him in.
Say, you're coming to sit next to me, man. You're going to be sitting here. As Bobby Knight said, the greatest motivator of all.
Pettiford high.
Back in Tuscaloosa watching at a bar, hugging folks that don't even know right now from the play of Grant Nelson.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Pettiford fires another one. He is on
Country and choke off that water when he was trying to go left.
Yeah, he didn't allow him to penetrate. Did a great job staying between him and the basket.
Pettiford had a massive first half. Been a little quiet here in the second, but the right-handed floater goes.
At 85, it's a wow.
Bruce Pearl has 2 timeouts as well if he doesn't like what he sees.
3-point game. Pettiford, right hand. Oh, what a soft.
But he banks it in.
Again, downhill driving Texas A&M. Nothing finesse about this team. They embrace the hard parts of basketball as well as anyone in the country.
Aggies 0-9 all time against number 1, but an early 8-point lead on senior night. Pettiford tees it up.
Wow, how good is this?
The A&M 1-2-2.
He would be a great yell leader, by the way, Buzz Williams.
Only if they're allowed to wear 3-piece suits.
No doubt. Their practice today, you couldn't tell if they lost 4 in a row or won 4 in a row, and that's what good coaches do.
He scored nearly 2,000 points. Was 10 points shy during his career. Taylor turns it over. Chance for Pettiford. Decides to fire, and that is banked in. Why not? They gave a little joy. Regular season titles, the tournament titles, they've all been totally different teams. It wasn't one great run or 2 great teams. It's reinventing ourselves each and every year, and therefore coaching this team to greatness this season. Pettiford had Broom, couldn't see him. He'll launch a 3, got another one.
And it's a good thing he did 1A and 1B and every time out if you're Bruce Pearl talking about it, you know?
Tied for the largest lead of the game. Auburn had whittled the lead down to 6 a couple of times this half. but unable to get closer.
Tom, remember, Buzz Williams comes in tonight 5-2 against Bruce Pearl in the SEC because of the defense causes problems for how Auburn.
12-point A&M lead. Pettiford.
Wow.
Got it.
Just didn't run offense.
Rim.
Pettiford drives and scores. Too easy. And a height advantage on Johnson. Jump hook, too strong, and Johnson the rebound.
Really good job by Cheney Johnson, just making Andrew Carr take a really tough two.
6'7", but plays bigger than that, don't you think?
Because of his length, yes.
Pettiford, the lefty, floats it up.
Rebounders are really good on the first of a two-shot. They don't tend to violate after the first one.
That's a good call by you. Thank you. Pettiford, 4-3, toppable
for Amari Williams. That's 10 on the season.
Broom pokes it away. Baker Mazzara ahead to Pettiford for the slam.
Boy, the turnover.
On the defensive end of the floor. Yeah, exactly. Why? Why are you that's your shot, not our shot.
Last 5 seconds. Pettiford, pretty move. The floater, a chance for three.
Rowdy one.
Number one, welcome to Auburn.
Yep.
It's like a family reunion every time I come here. It's so great to see Sonny Smith and Gary Godfrey, man.
Yeah,
I love those
them.
guys.
Yeah, they honored so many of the great Auburn teams from the years past, starting back in the 1950s.
Were you doing commentating back then?
I was not there yet.
He was.
Jimmy,
I was not.
Jimmy, okay.
Pettiford with a little kiss.
You said about if Arkansas was in one of the other conferences, the ACC, perhaps, what their record would be.
There's no denying their talent.
Pettiford hits a three.
They want straight line drives to draw help so they can kick it and then play out of it. They're leaving some points on the line, though. 5 for 9 so far. Pull up by Pettiford is good.
You better be strong taking the ball to the basket in this game. If you look at the official, you're not going to get anything.
Pettiford using the screen from Cardwell, knocks it down. Sears again. And the rebound to Kelly.
Boy, Kelly is such a good guard rebounder.
A transition three
for action here. And that's going to open up some cutting lanes. Now they're going into the flex. There's the flex cut and then the down screen.
Pettiford at the point, 5 minutes to go. Ball screen Cardwell. Pettiford drives and another. Sets the screen for Pettiford. Flies into the paint and scores it.
By Auburn. 4 to shoot, Huffman launching.
And those are the shots they have to make. The transfer from Davidson, Huffman's got to be able to knock those down.
Tahaad Pettiford just checked in and delivers with a mid-range.
For the Commodores, 1 of 5 from 3. And they come into the basketball game in conference play shooting about 32%. But they can do a nice job of attacking the glass as well.
Pettiford splashing.
Devin McLaughlin Jason Edwards, but as A.J. Hogarth goes, so will the Commodores. Big step up as they're now cutting this lead to a 2-possession game.
Mark Byington said A.J. Hogarth came here from East Lansing at Michigan State with a chip on his shoulder. And then he confirmed the notion he kind of came here to Nashville with a chip as well. And a chance for 4. Tahaad.
Fourth in the Southeastern Conference, and he's the leading rebounder overall for this Florida team.
And the Gators as a team top 5 in the nation in offensive rebounding percentage.
There's that flex look.
Pettiford, one of the most talented freshmen in the nation. And he's had big numbers in their biggest games, and look at that.
Contact in this game, you're going to be knocked back. He who hits first is going to be successful.
Aberdeen, a junior, bigger and bigger role every year in this Florida program. The floater by Pettiford.
Condon, Chinulu when he's in the ball game, where they're not pounding the offensive glass.
And not surprisingly for a team that's only lost once, this is the largest deficit of the season for Auburn. Pettiford with a bucket and draws. Pettiford doesn't need a lot of space, does he?
Taylor is open from the wing, and he left it short. There's Groom. He's calling for it. He said, no, let's get that clear out. Here's the double. Gets it off to Pettiford. Straight on. He said, I'll take
defensively.
3 ball. And Johnson crashing the glass. Pettiford, he'll take a try at it.
Veteran that can play at that 1 or 2 position.
Forsythe was looking for a whistle, didn't get it. And now Auburn looking to run. Pettiford, corner 3 ball.
Looking at each other, trying to figure out whose defensive responsibility it was after an easy basket was given up to the Rebels.
Broom on the entry, draws the double. Rebound has been a big deal here for Ole Miss. The rebounding disadvantage they have had this season. Down to 2 to get off a shot. Pettiford airborne and banks it in.
And went to the opposite hand. How tough it is to get a win in this league.
Murray with the quick dish downstairs. Oh, a difficult angle by Dia. He couldn't finish it. He had a great first half.
One he's going to want back right there. Opportunities like that against this team don't come off.
Man, Pettiford lines up with 3.
Into another 3-point field goal for the Tigers.
Baker Mazar with 13. Stolen away. Jones with the theft. Has Pettiford going high for the slam. An electrifying play.
Miller, bounce pass. Green active on the baseline. Bailey had it knocked away. Miles Kelly deflects it. Here's the freshman, Tahaad. Pettiford lays it up.
You're not going to get a better 3 in the half court.
Bailey hit one from distance previously. So now the gap is shrunk back to 6. You got Chest and Broom going toe-to-toe in the paint. Tahaad Pettiford with the right-hand dribble. Pulls up. That's good. Tahaad double figures now with 11. He had that great 6-point start. Had to sit down for a few minutes after he picked up his second foul. He's got 11. 9 seconds to go in the first. Auburn up by 10. This is Pettiford. Sets the feet. That is a...
And Sears. Period.
So they're +7 here in this second half. A 15-footer goes down and out. New 20. Pettiford. Book it.
And in one of them, he only played in 2 minutes. Didn't accumulate any numbers. That knocked him down. Baker Mazzara with a block. Pettiford all the way to tie it up.
Tennessee, the cutter goes by, and then he's sealed.
Gainey. In and out. Boy, that ball was halfway down.
And boy, you like the early attack by Tennessee. The longer you got to go in the half court, the more difficult it's going to be.
There's an early attack from Tahaad Pettiford, and he's got a chance. 1 of 2 for Meshack, and it's a 4-point game. 2 minutes remain in regulation. Pettiford back to Johnson. He gets it right back. Got Akpara in the air, steps in and hits. That was beautiful.
Baker Mazzara will step into a three. Too strong. And a big board by Cardwell. Pettiford, and he rattles one in from deep.
Yeah, he's in all of college basketball. Malawach and Cooper Flagg for Duke's extremely good, but I put their front line matched up along with that group as well.
Pettiford with a hand in his face. And he gets the roll, and after the buck.
Georgia Bulldogs, you know, Silas Demery, a 33-point career, a 33% career three-point shooter, shooting 36% this year. I think they need to pound the basketball inside, and one of the reasons why Auburn's on an 11-0 run.
Pettiford looks at the crowd. A little fake. That was a nice little subtle big man move.
Old school.
The lead is down to one. Stegman Coliseum is now rising to their feet. Pettiford, pull up, three ball, nothing but nylon. 2-point lead for the #1 team in the country, Auburn Tigers, without their best player, Janai Broom. Pettiford, a little hesitation. Step back, three ball. Oh, that is just silky smooth. Trying to take control of this game. Slicing through the D, missing at the rim. But a turnover, and Pettiford gets it back.
Broom. I think it ends up in Tahaad, Pettiford, or Miles Kelly's hands.
Pettiford going to work. Defender on his hip, no problem.
Two. I didn't know they could do that with those little legs, but I tell you what, Sean Jones can't get up there. Miles Kelly is a guy you got to guard in the parking lot, John. I'm telling you right now, if you give him another look like that, he will not hesitate. He will shoot.
Pettiford with the shot clock winding down at three. Leaning in, three-pointer. Is it going to be that kind of?
Can get a little bit away from you if you're Mississippi State. Here we go.
Watch out, Pettiford! Oh, baby, what the? With his ankle injury, but he did not dress tonight for Mississippi State. Another body sorely missed on the floor.
Absolutely, a guy that's had some success against Auburn. As you see Pettiford with a nice kiss off.
Here.
Yes.
I mean, Alabama here at Auburn.
That's going to be something to see. I guarantee if things play out the way they're supposed to, it should be SEC championship implications on the line to get on the attack.
Melendez trying to get a strong drive, no good off the glass. Down to the deck is Chris Moore as he is helped back to his floor. And a three rattled in for
Broom, the fall away, way off. Pettiford wants three, puts it in. It's a nice answer. Coach Barrett said, that's not how I drew it up, fellas. We went over this in practice today. Had a chance to maybe take a double-digit lead into the break. That said, now Auburn's got it, trying to chip away at this deficit. About a 6-second differential, shot and game clock. 10 to go. Pettiford planning. Pettiford with the crossover. Ooh. Pettiford a blow by to the rim. You can set it to the right spot right there, that free throw line, SEC logo area. Murray Boyles with 21, 6 boards and a couple of assists. Pettiford sticks along too. It's a 23-point game for Colin Murray Boyles. The MVP of this South Carolina team is approaching a career high. Oh, there's Cardwell. He's back in it. He's got it. Hands off for Pettiford. Pettiford sticks it. Great.
That drive is no good. He went 2 of 13 against A&M in their last game. Inside to Chaney Johnson. Johnson double team, gets it back out to Pettiford. Tries, off the glass, count the bucket, it's good.
Let him taking that. You just want them to make it. The one thing that I don't see Texas doing, though, because they do a lot in transition, is I don't see these long wings, Arthur Kaluma, Tremont Martin, attacking the glass, and particularly in transition.
Pettiford.
Good. But you got to have a push here if you're the Longhorns. You got to try to get ahead of the defense. Auburn's too good.
And Pettiford with the steal, spinning off the glass. Count it, the freshman. Young fella.
Kelly sticking the arm out, getting a deflection. Auburn starts back the other way. The three from Pettiford is good.
Good matchup.
That won't go. Rebound, Chaney Johnson.
I'll say it again. The two guys, Robinson, Pettiford, caught up in the mano-a-mano, doing too much against each other.
Look really close.
Yeah.
Pettiford, little floater. Nice touch.
With the
third ties the game at 24 all. Pettiford takes it right side. Bacon. Quick run. Turner. And underneath by Bashir, unable to answer. You mentioned one turnover in nearly 10 minutes of play. There's Pettiford. Wow. Flying high. Bashir on the baseline. Collins with space. Hardwell. The second Tiger with a double-double tonight. He's got 12 and 10.
Auburn pulling it back out to run a set play. Cardwell coming up high to set the screen.
Crossover, step back. Hello! Tahaad. Inside. Back out. And a huge step by Jaheim Hudson. Pettiford. Wide open. Yes!
The NCAA tournament to turn around and take his team, most of the same players, to the NCAA championship game against UConn. Just a remarkable coaching performance, I thought. And reminded you a little bit of what Tony Bennett did in Virginia after they lost to UMBC.
And he also may have more knowledge
against Penn State. I mean, Penn State just undressed Purdue, forcing 24 turnovers and scoring off of them. This has been a little bit more methodical, especially in the half court. A little horn set up top. There's the middle ball screen.
Pettiford floats it up with the right hand. A lay-in for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Pretty basketball there.
The problem is when you're forcing left, you just can't give up a straight line drive.
Kaufman-Renn now with 9 for the Boilermakers. Pettiford behind the back, slows it down. Jaheim Hudson back into the game now for Auburn with the ball. Transfer from SMU. Pettiford, 17-footer is good. He's got some game. The Big Ten looks like it'll have some great games up at the top. All kinds of teams battling for the top spots. A rebound for Baker Mazzara.
And it took him 25 seconds to get that shot.
Another assist for Baker Mazzara, the 3 for Pettiford. But this Auburn team looks like they have all the pieces to be right there at the end.
Especially the depth, the quality depth.
Like that guy's coming off the bench. You know, the guy with the ball inbounding, Chad Baker Mazzara, deserves a lot of credit for the season he is having as well. You hear the term in baseball, a 5-tool player, a guy who can do so many different things. Baker Mazzara can shoot the 3 very well. He's one of the best free throw shooters in the country. He's a willing and able man for Burgess. Matt Painter has had at least one 7-footer on the roster 13 consecutive years.
One thing Matt Painter knows how to do with these rosters he's had is get extra long beds and higher showers.
Pettiford, another one.
Defensively, they're aggressive. They dig in. You've got to protect that possession. And as I say that, Pettiford comes in with a turnaround.
And with the right-handed slam on the free throw. Auburn holding on to the 12-point lead here in the first half. This Auburn offense been special all year long. And Pettiford gets the 3 to go. Myers. You see Pettiford pick up the steal. Reverse layup, up and under.
But all of his passes were contested.
Michi Johnson.
Broom will collect
that. Yes, he did. No whistle.
I always love when the crowd shouts air ball. And we're like, well, you got hit on the arm.
Yes, there was a pretty darn good reason that he missed by about 10 feet. Broom at the top of the key. Here's Pettiford, the freshman, long range. Yes. And their rise in the rankings. And right now at number 2, right behind Tennessee, in the absolutely brutal SEC. Pettiford, the gifted freshman. He swishes in a triple with a grin.
Yes.
He has 19 rebounds, incidentally. That ties a career high.
I feel like you didn't like my prison basketball reference.
Well,
don't really know where to go with that one, do you?
Broom will give it up for Pettiford, and he'll knock it down.
For Auburn. Here's Tahaad Pettiford, the freshman out of Jersey City, New Jersey. The McDonald's All-American. He is going to get more playing time. J.P. Pegues now has been relegated more to the bench as Pettiford has emerged as a freshman early on.
Pettiford has some true game.
Knocks down a 3 from
players from that region of the world have an all-around game. Solid frame, can shoot from the outside, post up a little bit.
Pettiford, 2 for Mazzara. Beagle, spin move, jump hook.
The length of Auburn. Mazzara from the guard position, blocking shots.
Inside, outside, Pettiford with a hand in his face. Oh! He nails the... Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what they were cheering for.
Man, I think I would have missed at that site in the background. That was tough.
Dean Hudson on the floor, kick out to Pettiford. Hits another 3.
Brown is really frustrating Janai Broom. He's got to be careful not to pick up an offensive foul here.
Cardwell. And almost stolen by Brown. Yet another deflection. Pettiford hits the 3. Evans will give his coach no choice the way that he is playing. He's 4 for 6 from three-point range.
Auburn running some 5 out.
Another deep 3. Our buddy Dickie V is going to get more results. He's been through so many tests and so many rounds of treatment. Dick, I know you're watching. We love you. We're thinking of you.
And packs the game in just about every facet. Rebounds, passes, block shots.
Oh, wow. Pettiford. What a...
There's 9 minutes left. Prove to everyone why you're great. And Broom just sat there staring while Baker Mazzara just kept reiterating positive things in his ear.
Well... Nobody stops the ball. Back down the floor and just reached for his left hamstring.
Might be a little cramping.
Yeah.
He's had that issue earlier in the year.
Something to keep an eye on. Pettiford. Pettiford wide open. Johnson the rebound. And yet another opportunity for the Tigers. Pettiford splits a pair and floats it up and in.
Around and out on the 3 for Denver Jones with an offensive rebound. Pettiford lines it up and knocks it down.
No better time for Haggerty.
He's got more than half of Memphis's points.
Pettiford scoops it up and in.
Position where, of course, he's extremely dangerous.
Recorded his 63rd career double-double last night against Iowa State and comes away with the steal there. Tahaad Pettiford from the elbow. He's played his turnovers as well, though, against Dayton. North Carolina turned the ball over 12 times in the first half of that game, but they cleaned it up. Only 3 turnovers after halftime. And Pettiford, a double-double before halftime, second time in his career he's done that. How about the anticipation by Pettiford and the finish at the other end?
In college basketball here in the Maui Invitation.
Bruce Pearl saying we want to challenge ourselves, saying we have never played a harder schedule than what they have. on the docket here this season.
Well, still have Duke on the schedule, Purdue on the schedule. So many challenges remaining, and that doesn't even include what will be an extremely tough SEC schedule.
Wow, Pettiford. Foul win against Chatfield there for Iowa State. Like you said, he was the first, perhaps, with a little bit of the nudge.
Maybe. Let's just say maybe he got the first time.
Pettiford.
You've got Jones, you've got Gilbert. You've got so many different guys that you can plug and play in the backcourt, more importantly, that know the system and have had success already at Iowa State.
And Keyshawn Gilbert picking up that second foul at the 14-18 mark of this first half. But the lead has continued to increase since. Pettiford, deep triple. Oh, my word. You know, an air ball from Indrusitis. Under 3 to play here in this first half. Open underneath, that is Pettiford, and a good find.
Off the bench, but plays starter minutes. And just like that, the Cyclones push the lead back to 4.
12 points, 4 of 8 shooting for Jones. High off the glass with the for Penny Hardaway and the fellas. Here's Lipsy for 3. Off the front iron, the rebound off to Pegues. How about that move? And Pettiford drills it.
They list a bunch of them, but when they said that, it says volumes.
Baker Mazzara started the game with back-to-back threes. Not much since. They swing it around. Tahaad Pettiford knocks down the 3. Layup is good by
Man, is Janai Broom laid on the floor at the offensive end.
Pegues. Long 3, Pettiford scoreless tonight, and magnetic, it drops. Kent State turns it over.
And Janai gets a much-needed rest at the 12-minute mark.
Anyone who's watched Auburn basketball knows you're going to be hard-pressed to find guys who play more than low 30 minutes at the most. Janai Broom played 33 against Houston. As you said, getting a breather here. He's got pretty good touch.
Great step back. He feels the defender on his backside, steps back.
Cardwell feeds down low to Pettiford.
2 master tacticians on the sidelines. JoJo, he's improved his 3-point shot.
He made his first of his career in the opening game.
Auburn leads by 1. 8.5 to go in the first half. Defense ruling the day.
Kelly hasn't gotten any airspace so far.
Pettiford, step back 3. The left-handed J goes for the youngster. Malik Wilson with a push shot, no good from the foul line. Here's Miles Kelly.
Got room inside.
Pettiford, heat check. Got it! Off the window! Sharp. Off from the elbow. Rebound Johnson. Here's Pettiford. Look at him go! Off the window from the freshman.
White Jr., it's Juwan Roberts, it's Jamal Shed, and some others.
The lefty Pettiford.
Man.
Juwan Roberts is counting down to something that only a select few Cougars have ever accomplished. 1,000 career points and 1,000 career rebounds.
This kid.
Big answer.
How about this?
Baker Mazzara forced one up. Plenty of time on the shot clock for that one. Look at this move. Pettiford, are you kidding me? Sharp's 2 free throws put Houston back on top by 1.